Welcome back to the Farm Life channel. It's the 4th of May and we're getting ready to go to the fields. Haven't planted anything yet, not planting today. But we just got our chemical in, so we're going to start spraying bean burn down. I got the pump set up, the water tank, unloaded all of our chemical in here. So I think DJ's out greasing the sprayer boom, so we'll go see how long he'll be and then we'll get started on it. So DJ spraying bean burn down. I've got the little sprayer on the Kubota. I got the GPS all hooked up. We're gonna spray. I think it's about 8 acres where we're gonna seed some alfalfa, get it killed down. We might be able to seed alfalfa at the end of this week if we're lucky. Just got mixed up to go spray bean burn down. I'm just doing Roundup and this thing to go out on the hay. We're going to go for a quart an acre. Now I've got a GPS light bar on top. I got my remote here. I'm going to set A, and then up here is my sprayer controls. The globe's on top, so I'll make sure everything's working, and then we'll be off. When there's 3 green lights on that light bar, that means I'm in the right place, and a red one means I need to get over that direction. Got this field done. That's all we're doing with this little rig today. I got an issue. I'll show you that here in a minute. Gotta move my pins, fold the booms up. Here's our issue. We broke our support cable for the booms. I'll talk about this little sprayer a little bit. We've had it probably 6 or 7 years now. Before this, we had borrowed a friend of ours. They got an ATV type sprayer. I don't know, probably held about the same. But we really wanted to get one because on wet springs we've used them and they've saved us. We've done all of our spring spraying with these before, and so we kept looking at them, but they're just too expensive to buy. So for a winter project, my uncle and Sally 1966, they mostly worked on it, and I helped them on it a little bit, but they mostly did it, and we built that for ourselves. It's set to 120s on the sprayer. Now the Kubota will barely straddle 2 rows of corn, but it is capable of going down corn rows if necessary. It's got a Honda engine that runs the pump, 200-gallon tank. It's got a hose and a wand that we can unwind and reach up to the cab. We've used this a lot for going down in the gravel pit nears, and we've sprayed their topsoil piles for them and stuff. We haven't done that in a few years, but we used to. 30-foot boom on it. It's got 3-section control. Got a clean water tank for washing hands. There's our sections. We actually had to replace the solenoid valve the other day when we got it out. It's got a walking tandem, pretty slick setup. My biggest complaint for it is we build it too heavy. It's a load on the Kubota when it's full. And Kubota being a hydro, you can, if you're going on flat ground, you can pull it in high going down the road, but most of the time you gotta stay in medium. So we got a GPS light bar system on the Kubota. There's our globe up there on top of the cab. Got a light bar, it flips on with the switch, and then here's our 3-section boom control. It doesn't tell you speed or your rate or anything, so it's not very accurate in that form, but it gets the job done. So I wanted to do that little 8-acre patch for alfalfa, so we didn't have to. The big one needs to be doing bean burn down, and I didn't want to hold it up to do that because we need to be getting the alfalfa seeded as soon as it dries up a little bit, and there's still a little bit of water running in one of the ruts, so we need to work it shut, and we'll put a waterway in there and seed alfalfa. So that's a little bit about this sprayer. EJ's out there at the home farm. We'll run out there on the 4-wheeler and get you some more video of him. Back in here. DJ's getting ready to put our water conditioner in there. That'll help the water mix better with the Roundup. Should be all but 2 pounds of it. This doesn't have to be real precise like the other chemicals. Yeah. this batch, put 900 gallons of water in. There's only 10 gallon Roundup, 10.31 gallons. So that hose has got a meter on it, so we don't add too much. It's too expensive to use too much. Looking out there at the field, I can already see a line where he outlined first and then where he finished the field. You can see it working already. That's our authority. It's granular, so but it'll go through all right. Southwest and spray a couple farms, and he does that. I'm gonna run up to closer to Bell Fountain. We got all the heifers and we've been calving, so I'm gonna go check for calves this evening. DJ normally does it, but he's tied up sprayer. I'll go get that done before it gets dark. Had 5 little calves so far. Well, I come back here to the other farm to check the cows here and got looking at this 10 acres that I chisel plowed last fall at 40/20, and it looks like it'll just about cultivate. So we're gonna run a couple rounds and see what it looks like, see if we can get this smoothed up. I'm holding it's an old International field cultivator. It probably don't see, well, on average here, any more than 20 acres, but it's nice to have around. Got it on the 1586. We didn't put the duals on, but getting it unfolded here. Got it in one spot that was a little damp, but for the most part it looks like it's working up fairly decent. Not leaving any mud ribbons or anything. So it was kind of wet where there's a spring in the side of the hill, but out here checking it. Something a slower ground here. It is probably still a little too wet to be out here, so at least back here we might work the upper part because I know it's dry. We'll walk up here on top of this little hill. It's working up nice. About all that 1586 really does to stretch its legs anymore. Anything real heavy, it pulls this cultivator when we need it. the bottom dry up a little bit before we'll get back out here. They're calling for rain tonight, so who knows when that'll be. Yeah, it's almost 10:30 now, and DJ's coming up across the field. Got a light out on the front sprayer. It doesn't look like he's spraying, so I hope he's not out over here, but he might be coming up here to fold up. We'll see what he's got when he gets here. I can see it sloshing. He didn't know how. He's got it folded up. Looks like we're getting ready to take off back to the farm. And we're almost back at the farm, so with that, that'll be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel.